Hi everyone, it's Mindy the Determined Scrapper. I know it's been a very long time since I've posted, and I just wanted to share with you a couple of things. I am going to attempt to do a couple craft shows. We'll see if my migraines hold out. As of right now, they are not. So I'm slowly trying to get a couple of things done. I just wanted to share with you some coasters that I'm making. Right now I've already stamped the image, and now I am coloring them with watercolor pencils, and then I'm going to seal them with a matte finish. I'm doing those, and I'm gonna work on some more bookmarks. I hope to get a tour up soon because I have a new craft room, and it's in shambles right now because I'm getting all of my craft show stuff out. So I just wanted to show you real quick what I was doing. I've colored in everything, and this one I've already done the yellow. Okay, so actually I was going on to my next color, and my next color was going to be the pink. I've colored all of my coasters. I tried to make sets of 4, and I tried to make them relatively close to each other. And I have a very nice small brush. I don't know if you can really see it. It's nice and small, and it's angled. Sorry, I have to close the dog out. He needs his nails cut. So what I've been doing is I am just, I filled it in with a light color, and I outlined it with a darker color to kind of give it a little bit of contrast. And I'm just dabbing the, colored pencils, the watercolor pencils, to get it a little wet so it lifts up the ink. And then I can spread it around and darken other areas and lighten some. And then I'll just start one, kind of move the pigments around, and then if I kind of like it, I'll leave it like that for a minute. I'll let it start to dry some. I'll scoot that one off to the side, and without getting more water on, I'll go on to the next one, so that way I can spread the ink out some, and it's a little bit easier to keep it darker where I want it to. So I just go ahead and because I kind of want to give the creases a little bit more of a darker contrast. And I used tumbled stone. It's actually travertine stone, so it's natural and it's nice and it's very porous. I also have some tiles that are semi-finished, I would say. Got those from a friend. So what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to end up going back in over these with a little bit more of a darker pink, perhaps a red. We'll see. So if I go ahead and I just, like this one, I may end up getting some more water. And I just have, you know, a painter's wheel, and I just spray a little bit of water in. And like for color families, I'll use the same water, and then I may even break a little piece of my watercolored pencil into the water to darken it, and then use that. Like now I'm getting it a little lighter than I wanted it, but that's okay, because I can, with watercolor pencils, you can go back in and darken it and lighten it and change the color and erase it and all kinds of fun stuff. So I just am putting a little color on those. Oops, you know what I forgot to do? There's a piece to her shirt. Right there. I mean, really I didn't have to do it, but I'm kind of giving these the look of them being watercolored, because that's what they are. Even after they're glazed, I got the matte finish for it, so that way it will have it will keep the colors the way that I want them, instead of making them glossy. And let's see here. So see, this one has a little bit of a smoother surface, so it's not absorbing the water as much, which is okay, because it will eventually dry. And after I get all of my tiles painted, I'm going to bake them. Now, some people just let them dry overnight, which is fine. You can do that. But I have found that I like to bake mine, and you can bake them in a 350-degree oven for about 20 minutes, 20-25 minutes, and that just really sets the ink, because this is stays on ink, and you just really want to set your ink and make sure that it stays there, because you don't want it to smudge. Smudged ink is no fun, kind of like this right here. But that's the part of being a crafter. Everything can't be perfect, right? Okay. So see how the difference between this one is a lot smoother tile, and this one is more porous. So what I'm going to do is, I know this was the color I used, and this is the Generals by Kimberly colored pencils, and I am just going to carefully set this up here so I can show you. This is what I was doing earlier. I was just coloring some in and making my water a little bit darker, and if it didn't do it enough, I have my pencil sharpener here, and I have a feeling it's not going to do it as dark as I want. So, oh, it's right here. That was my guide. So I would just sharpen my pencil a little. Put that off to the side. Dump the extras in, and normally they break, but this time of course it's not going to. So there, I'll break off the tip or even smaller piece, and I'll just mix it up, and then it will turn into a much richer hue of that color, so that way I can go ahead and I can paint in her shirt to the color that I would like it. And I know this is a lot of work for a tile, but for a coaster, but I'm finding that those with OCDs probably shouldn't be painting, but then again, maybe it's therapeutic, I don't know. So I'm going to use that color for a moment and see if I like it any better. And this particular one, not quite. I have too much water still. So sometimes I will take that little bit that's still left and I'll put it in a empty, and I will squish it and kind of make it pasty. There we go. That's kind of more what I'm looking for. I don't want it so translucent, but I'll do the same thing over here. Hopefully my big head's not in the way. You just never know. I could have done this whole video and you couldn't have seen it. Since I haven't done a video in so long, who knows? Sorry if this is really long. I am not paying attention to the time either. Okay. I'm semi-happy with it. Although her shirt's really, really light down there, so and that's another nice thing about watercolor is watercolor is free-flowing and it's not supposed to be all perfect, symmetrically the same hue, and there. Now I just have to do the sand and his pants, and then I will be done with these, and I will come back and show you the finished product. It's so nice seeing you guys. I'll be back.